What's up, y'all? It's Kyle with Killer Darts, and in today's video we're going to be going over how to take 81 out. So 81, there's a few different ways that you could go on this shot, and the first shot here is probably the way that you'll see most players go, and that is triple 19 for double 12. Now if you happen to hit the single 19, that leaves you with 62. 62, 2 darts in hand, really depends on where your opponent's at. If your opponent is on a finish, the shot here is 12 for the bullseye. Now, obviously, you could go triple 12 if you want to for double 13, but when you go for the triples, the wedge is smaller, so the chances of pulling into the 9 and the 5 is greater. So depending on where you're at, sometimes just chalk it up, hit the big single, especially if your opponent's on like 32 or 40, because you want to guarantee yourself that 1 dart at the bullseye, and there's really no room for a mistake here. Now, if your opponent's not on a finish, 2 darts in hand with 62, you could go trip 10 for double 16, you go trip 14 for double 10, whichever way you want to go, trip 18 for double 4. Now, another way to go on this shot, 81, is triple 15 for double 18. If you happen to hit the single 15, that leaves you with 66. It's the same thing here, 16 for the bull. If your opponent's on a finish, you could go triple 16 for double 9. Just keep in mind the wedge is smaller here, so sometimes depending on where your opponent's at, just go big single to guarantee yourself that 1 dart at the bullseye. If he's not on a finish with 66, you go trip 14, double 12, trip 10, double 18. So it really all depends on where the game is at that point. Now, another way you could go on 81, and you really won't see too many players do this. I see Gurren Price do it sometimes, and that is bullseye. So if you hit the double bull, that leaves you with 31, where you go 15, double 8, 3 double 14. There's a bunch of ways to go on 31. Now, if you hit the single bull, that leaves you with 56, where you could go 16 for double 20, single 24, double 18. Now, one of the advantages of going the bull route is if you hit a single or a double, you're guaranteeing yourself that 1 dart at a double on the outer ring. So keep in mind that when you're on 81. Now, if you have 2 darts in hand on 81, the shot here that I would go is either 19s or the 15s. I wouldn't go the bull route, because you're not going to get yourself a dart to win the leg. So 2 darts in hand, either trip 19 or trip 15. Now, if you have 1 dart in hand, I really like the bullseye here, and I recommend it. And the reason why is because, say you hit the single, that leaves you with 56. So when you come back, you have 56, where you go single 16, and you have 2 darts at double. Same thing if you hit the double bull, you come back, you have 31, where you go single 15, and you have 2 darts at double 16, whereas 1 dart in hand, say if you go for the 19 or the 15, we'll just use 19 for example. If you hit the single, then when you come back, you have 62. Now you have to hit a triple to get 2 darts at double. So if your first dart's not a triple, you have to use the next one to set up, and you're only guaranteeing yourself that 1 dart. So 81 left with 1 dart in hand. Think about shooting the bullseye here with your last dart, and it makes your next turn a lot easier, because we're trying to get more of a chance to give yourself darts at doubles to win the game. Now, yeah, if you do have 1 dart in hand in 81 and you go for the 19 or the 15 and you do happen to hit the triple, then when you come back, then you'll have 3 darts at double. So it's really all depends on what you want. But that's the ways that you could take 81 out. If y'all like the video, guys, drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that. And stay tuned for more content.